Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 of 1 here, and Microsoft decided to do another forced restart on my computer, which then messed up the sound. So this is my second recording because the first one wasn't working. So, yeah. Anyways, we're in here. Is my helmet shut? I can't even tell. There we go. Now it's shut. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know why that happens. Like if you force a restart, it shouldn't change the sound settings, right? Unless they updated something with the sound, in which case, sure. Okay, so we're gonna go and see. I need a console. Do I have one? Probably not. I'm gonna make one real quick. Console, and I think I need like 2 or something. Or 3? I don't know. I'm going to make 2. So if I wanted to place these things, right, and do this, this requires, I need more kit consoles to make that one. So I can make this one, which is a little bigger. So I think I need, what, 3? Do I need 3 consoles? Okay, fine. We'll make another console. Okay. Now can I, there we go. All right, good. So we're going to be working on our coding setup for our Stirling engines. Before I do that, check my gas tanks. Looks like everything's okay. Temperature's getting a little warm in there, so we're going to turn it off. All right, so thank you for your service, I guess. Okay, so now I got to figure out where I can sit this thing. So I can put it right up here, actually. And then that has to go and connect in right there. Which means I need this thing and that. And then I need this. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then I have to name this thing debug. LED debug. Confirm. Okay, so now what I get to do is to change this last little setting right here, LED. Everything is in alphabetical order, so it should, there we go, LED debug, and then we have our little computer right here. Let's throw that in there. All right, good to go. So I'm going to take you off, we're going to throw you in there, and we're going to look at this thing. Okay, so first things first, we have to throw our temperature into that debug. So first thing we have to do is alias the debug. So then this is going to be D3, this one's going to be D4, and then this one is going to be D5, alias debug D5. That's just going to be an LED, and then what we are going to do once we have this done is we are going to write this. So set device is going to be debug setting to temp. Okay, so we're going to confirm that. It should hopefully work right away. Turn this thing on, turn that thing on. Aha. So that is currently reading in Kelvin, not Celsius. Okay. So that explains why temperature thing wasn't working. So what is 0 degrees Celsius in Kelvin? I think it's like 273, but I'm going to double check that. So 0 all 248 C2 Kelvin. That is 273.15. Okay. So, branch greater than temperature. Wait, sorry. Temp negative 15. Temp high. So that's going to be 273.15. Okay. So then that can come off. That can come off. And then negative 15 in Celsius is going to be 258.15. Let's see. 258.15. Okay. So branch, if greater than, temp, then this, we're going to go to here. Okay. So I think that's good. Oh, whoops. I need to actually take that thing out. Export. Now plug it back in. Okay. All right, so that is our little debug. In case I need to figure out anything that's going on in there, I can just print it out to the debug. That should work. Okay, so that requires 10 watts at the very least. Okay. And then I have to wait for it to cool back down in here again, but it's got to get down to -15, so we're going to leave that go for a little bit. I don't know. And we'll go and see what else we can work on. Let me see. What else do we need to work on? I mean, really, that's kind of the only thing that we really got to do right now. I don't know. I'll have to figure out something else to work on, I guess. We could check over here. You guys had some interesting ideas for things that we could do. Is this thing even moving right now? Okay, so I'm not touching it at all. It is moving extremely slowly. But you can kind of see like the pixel line moving up as it, goes from one side to the other on that little central fin right there. So it is doing something. It's just extremely, extremely, extremely slow. So that's fun. Let's see what else we got. So, I mean, I got to see like what the temperature is down here, because I mean, whatever the temperature is here should be roughly what it is down there, I should think. So let's just hop down here. Right. Okay, so it is still relatively cold down here, so that's good. We have the cold air, at least the cold air should be coming through here. Well, I mean, granted, right now it's warmer outside than it is here, so we do have air coming through. It's just, warmer. Which, fine. And then, let's see, so then that is all in there, and then as that heats up, I mean, how's that? I don't even really know how that's going to work, to be honest. Like, okay, so question, do they have, I mean, it depends on how they have the math worked on how the gas works, but does heat rise or does it just expand? Right? Because if heat rises, I could maybe do something about that, but if it just expands, then I'm guessing probably not. But okay, so it's 20 degrees in here already, over here on this side. Was it supposed to get this warm? And then it's like cold over here, so I'm thinking the room is doing something, because there is a difference in temperature, which is good. And I could put like another one of those little fan things over here, so as the cold air goes in over here and it goes around this way, because that's the only way it can go around, to get over here to cool this off. And then is this moving at all? So we'll set our little dot. We will put that away. The fan is moving very, 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 very slowly. But yeah, it's doing something at least, so that's fine. All right, and then that needs to stay closed so we can keep whatever heat is in there. And then I almost made it up that thing. That was pretty good. And then we can check this to see if that's moving at all. So it does not appear that that is moving at all. So that's interesting. But I suppose not completely surprising either. I mean, I wish I knew, like, if I had like a magnifying glass or whatever, so I could like concentrate the sun like in here, like that would be kind of cool. But I don't think that's something that I have. Okay, so let's go and check this thing again. We are at 0 degrees. Okay, so is that still going down or is that going up? Okay, so that is 273.08, 07. Okay, so it is still going down. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so question, should I put another one of these things in here? Or should I just put in like another AC unit and just take this thing out? Because I mean, like, if I can keep the room cold enough, then I could leave those things running, and just one of those running uses up more than those. So it would be electricity efficient, I guess. But I mean, this is supposed to be like more like passive or something, but it's not really. I don't know if this is really doing much. I mean, it is. Like, I know that it is doing something, but it's just, I don't know, like, and it requires 50 watts, right? I think those AC units require like 40. Air conditioner. 3, blah, 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 blah. Input, output, and waste. Gas fed into the input will be heated or cooled to reach the target temperature, while the opposite will happen to the gas on the waste network. Multiple efficiency multipliers can affect the amount of energy the air conditioner uses. Okay, and these can be viewed on the unit's green informational panel. As the temperature difference between input and waste increases, the temperature differential efficiency multiplier will decrease. If input or waste temperature is extremely hot or cold, the operational temperature efficiency will decrease. Okay, if the input or waste pipe has approached low pressures, the pressure efficiency will decrease. Okay, so how much pressure does it need? Pipe convection radiators may be useful in bringing extreme pipe temperatures back towards normal world temperatures. Okay, so yeah, so that's those things, yeah. So that's fine, right? Right, okay. So let me just look at those little values in there and see if maybe, I don't know, maybe it needs more pressure in there or less pressure. I don't know. Try to find something out. Okay. So our pressure efficiency is 100%. So that's good. Our operational temperature efficiency is 100%, which I believe is good. But our temperature differential efficiency is 14%. Okay, so our input is -1, our output is 87. So do we want that to be warmer, colder? Like, what are we going for here? So I mean, according to this, like, our pressure of the gas in here is good. And then our operational temperature, what was that again? Operational temperature? No, go back to the other one. Okay, if the input or waste temperature is extremely hot or cold. Okay, so we're not extremely hot or extremely cold, which is why our efficiency is 100%. Okay. And then we know that our pressure in the waste pipe is good because our pressure efficiency is 100%. So, as the temperature difference between input and waste increases, the temperature differential efficiency will decrease. Okay, so then, so that's the, wait, is that the operational? Hold on. No, input or waste temperature is extremely hot or cold. Okay, so so that one is fine. Temperature differential efficiency will decrease. Okay, so as the temperature difference between input and waste increases, that will decrease. Okay. So then I think what that's trying to tell me is that we need to cool this down even faster. Okay. I can do that. I can do that fairly easily, actually. course, now I have to wait for this thing to empty out all the way, so that's always fun. I mean, it's fast, like much faster than just having like a little active vent. So I mean, the big vent here like helps out a lot, but still not very fast. Okay, so if we have to cool that down even faster, then all we have to do is increase our cooling down here, right? Sort of makes sense, right? So that's 83.8, so I need even more cooling, because this is roughly the same temperature as what's in here. So 87.1, 83.8, so yeah. So, I mean, these things are doing well at, you know, bringing the heat back down here, but I need more of this to cool stuff. So, and then, you know, temperature down here is 12 degrees. Pressure is low, of course, but not really much I can do about that. So we'll need to make, what is that, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 times 4. Okay, so like another 20 of these things. And then I'll need another 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 24. And then 20. Okay, so we're going to be building a lot. First things first, let's get the elevator down here. All right, lovely. I like having this little elevator here. It's nice. Okay, so our temperature, or sorry, overall, yeah, that needs to cool down a lot faster. Okay, so I need 24 frames. So I need another 20. Okay, frame, steel, go. And now we wait. Okay, so that's the gas turbine kicking back on. Apparently I'm thirsty, so as long as that is printing, we will go and get ourselves some drink. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Good. Close helmet. Excellent. Okay, how are we doing? So I need another 20 of those. And then I have to make a ton of steel plate or steel sheet. This is super exciting. Most exciting thing in the world. And last one. Lovely. Okay, so next thing we need is steel sheets. Just a ton of these things. Of course, those take a while to make too. Like, what's going on with that? We're gonna need like 50 of these things, so I'm just gonna let that kind of go for, oh wait, no, I need to go in here. I'm gonna let that go for a little bit while I set these things up. Thank you. Alright, so, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna need just a ridiculous amount of pipes again, so that's gonna be fun. All right, so that is all of that laid out. Good. Do I want to mine this out the rest of the way? Is that a thing that I want to do? I don't know. I'm sure it's fine, right? Okay. How are we doing? We have 25. I will take that. We're going to go and weld up a storm. Okay. All right, so there's, oh, you know what I should have been doing this entire time? Printing off pipes. Yep. Missed a good chance of multitasking. Okay, so we're gonna have you go back to making frames. And then I'm gonna head over here and have you just start making just a ridiculous amount of pipes. And then I'm gonna need a lot of radiators too. I'm gonna need what, 20? Yeah, 20 radiators. It's a lot of radiators. Okay, so you can go here. Are you not doing a thing? Apparently not. Okay. And then, okay, so then these can go back there, and then I need to make myself some more steel. All right, easy enough. How much steel do I want to make? I got slots for 10, right? Okay, so that's a 3-to-1. So if I do 6 and 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 and 2. Oops, sorry. All right, so that is that. Good to go. Okay, there's one set of pipe. Okay. This, I think, is not going to process anything, so I'm going to have to... Oh, wait, first let me just drop that all the way down. There we go. Make that just super, super hot because reasons. That'll be fine. The hotter we get this, the better it's going to be for... Oh, hey, that's... it's a little... It's a lot of pressure right there. Okay, are we back in the green? Sort of back in the green. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to tell. We're still kind of in the red, I guess. Kind of drop this off a little bit, maybe. There we go. Now we're most definitely in the green. Okay. Okay, so there's our steel. And then 22,000 degrees and a lot of kelvins, so I'm just going to dump all of that into our pressure thing. I'm going to have to actually look at that to make sure that I'm not putting too much pressure in there. So let me see what we're at. Like one of these days, I'm going to have to start like sorting through all of this stuff. So we're at 44.2 megapascals in here. Okay. So what I may end up doing is instead of siphoning off all of this stuff back into there, I might start throwing this back into our waste and then just kind of processing it as I can, I guess. This, I'm gonna need some smarts on here so that way I don't overfill this. But, I mean, that should work, I think. And what are we at here, -9? All right, yeah, that's very, very slow to cool down. 30 steel frames, good. We'll just do that for now. Yeah, we'll say that you're good. We'll take this, throw that over there as well. How are we doing over here? You need more iron. Well, we can do a lot of iron. I'm gonna go this way because I can. Okay, so iron. Whoops. Okay, so we'll turn that all the way down again. Get that up. Whoa, that's like a lot. There we go. Okay, that's should be fine. This is like down all the way, right? Yeah, okay. It's been a while since I had to make more iron. Good. All right. Wonderful. Okay, so that should be hopefully enough for a little bit, maybe. So what I really need right now is medium radiators. No, that is not the right one. Radiator medium. There we go. Make a bunch of these, please. Need like 20 of them. And then while that is doing its thing, I'm going to head down here and start laying out all of the pipe. Okay, so we gotta go. Well, I mean, I suppose we just go here and here and here and here and here. Oh, actually not there. My bad. That has to be one of these. Oops. No. There we go. Okay, and then this has to be one of these. Then I need more pipe. pipe. Good. I'm gonna need a lot more pipe. I forgot how much pipe this costs. Okay, that is all of the pipe. Definitely need to make more. Okay, well there's a little bit more pipe. Get some of these things. All right, I'm gonna go back to making pipe, if you don't mind. That can go there, and I'll place that one out there as well. You are making it, right? There you go. Okay. Okay. Now I can pretty much set up these ones, and I'm gonna go, instead of that style, I'm gonna go with this other style. I don't know if that's gonna make any kind of a difference, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that's that. Good. Now I need to place the rest of this. Okay, that didn't last very long. And of course I'm gonna need more steel sheets, so I have to make more of those. I'm gonna have 20 here, right? That should be enough. Okay. We have more pipe. Go ahead and lay all this out real quick. All right. If you guys are wondering why I'm doing sets of 3 and then skipping one, the ones that I'm skipping have to be at 4-way, so it's just easier. I wonder how much power I'm using just going up and down this elevator. Probably a lot, right? Thank you. Yeah, that's in the correct spot. Okay, now I gotta go this way. Now I need more pipe. Okay, so that can go there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and then we can go here. There we go. All right, next so that was completed up to here. Wait, did I get that piece? I did not. Or did I? I don't know. It's fine. It's there now. Oh, I'm messing this up. Those have to be 4 ways too. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that, I believe, is everything. It looks like that's everything. Okay, so now we need to do cross. And that's all I can do. Wait, I missed this one. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have you pause and go back to making the medium radiators, if you don't mind. I will take whatever else you've got though. Nope, wrong door. There we go. Okay, there we go. Cross junction, cross junction, cross junction. Cross junction. Okay. Okay. We have 2 pipes left over. Wonderful. I think that's good. I guess so long as I'm down here and I've got all of this stuff, we can weld these things up so that way they're doing some amount of good. Excellent. And then I don't think I have any extra medium radiators. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't. Nope. 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 Okay. Did I not hit the start button? I didn't hit the start button. That's great. Okay. That's cool. Well, I have 2 more radiators that I can place right now, so that's fine. Okay. Apparently I need to drink something again, so that'll be fine. All right. Don't mind me, I'm just making weird sounds. Okay, so that, I don't need that currently. Thank you. Good. That is pipe radiator, okay. What do we got in here? 3? I'll take 3. Keep it coming. There's that one, and that one, and that one. And then, no, that's paint. I don't need paint. I need weld. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so 10 more. And then we'll go into the Stirling room and check the efficiency, see if that has gone up, which is what we want it to do, of course. Are you... Okay, so that's 3. This is exciting. Also, what is the temperature in here currently? Negative 0.04, so that means that that kicked on and turned off again, I think. I think that's what that means. Okay. Okay, I will take those. Now, I know that we did the test and those ones seemed to work, but I'm wondering if that was only because we had such high, like really, really high temperatures, because once the temperature seemed to slow down, it seemed like these ones kind of picked up the pace a little bit. So I'm a little curious about that, and if it turns out that, you know, it's better the other way, then I can always just, you know, take them out, replace them, and then it should be fine. Maybe. Okay, so that is 3. Okay, and then that one will be 4. And then this last one will be 5. All right. So I'm gonna go and get out my little console here and see if I can read what the temperature is on the exhaust here. 68, so it has dropped quite a lot. So I wonder if that's going to increase the overall efficiency of the AAC units. I don't know. Okay, so that, I mean, this is basically doubling our cooling ability. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but we're going to try it. And then the idea here is to get that efficiency within the air conditioning units up so high that they barely use, or they use the minimal amount of power. That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but, you know, sounds good, right? Okay, so now we have a mix of radiators. We have a total of 40, which is insane, to be honest. Sorry, need you. Temperature in here is 58 and dropping. Good. Then again, the temperature, you know, outside is also dropping. So we're at, yeah, temperature is dropping faster than this is dropping. And then, of course, as the temperature raises during the day, these are going to heat up, which is going to negatively impact our ability to cool that room. So that is at 58.1. That is at 65. Okay, I think that's good. Like, I think we want a lot of heat in there. In the exhaust portion of the air conditioning units is what I mean. I think that's what we want. Because that means that it's dumping a lot of heat. Oh wow, look at us. Oh, we burned coal. That's what brought us back up. Okay. Well, gotta put the coal back, right? I feel like we should be getting another storm pretty soon. I need one more stack, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna head back in here. It is negative 6.7. Okay. Let's see, we want this. Ooh, temperature is actually dropping fairly quickly. That's good. Our temperature differential efficiency went up to 29%, so we just doubled it, so that's good. So I think that means that it'll use less power? Like, how does that even work? Ratios, lots of ratios. Temperature output, 265 and dropping, good. I wonder if there is another way. Like, I know that, like, winter spawn, I think is what it's called. Yeah, this stuff, right? So this will take water and basically make fuel, which is terrifying, but okay. When supplied with sufficient, it'll cool its surroundings when supplied with sufficient nitrogen. Alpha variant has a peak cooling and electrolysis capacity of 90 watts and is the most efficient operating at temperatures of 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. And the beta variant is between 14 and 24. So if we were to use that, we would probably want to use the alpha variant. But then again, like, this only goes down to 0, right? We want that to go below 0. So I'm not sure how that would work exactly unless we set up like a completely separate room, I guess. Like, and then what is the temperature in here currently? -10. It's dropping fairly quickly, so we just got to make sure that this thing turns on when we hit -15. So let's see, what would be a good way to do this? So volume and pressure, of course, has a part to play in this, but assuming that all pressures are the same, volume makes a fairly large impact. So let's say that I enclosed all of those radiators down below us, right? So put it into a room and I put that pressure up really high, right? That room would heat up very quickly. Now, if I had a larger room that was filled with those winter spawn in there, let's say that triple the volume of space at the same pressure, right? And then just filled with winter spawn. I would need to supply it with a lot of water, which, fine, I can do that. I have a lot of water. And then I would also need to take the oxygen and the hydrogen out of the atmosphere, so that would be something interesting as well. But if you take basically 33% of the volume of the cold room as hot, and you dump that into there, then the temperature increase in the cold room should only be 1/3 of what it would be in the smaller room. So if I was going to do that, that's a viable way to do it. But then again, I don't know like how much cold the winter spawn puts out there. And plus I would have to get some. So I would need that room would need to be filled with nitrogen. And then I would need, well, actually, let me just look it up. Using ambient heat to split water into volatiles and oxygen, the winter spawn cools its surrounding when supplied with sufficient nitrogen. So, I mean, I could technically use plants to keep this room cold enough, I suppose. I don't know. But this thing should be kicking on pretty soon. Hopefully, anyways. And then Transformer should be adjusting itself to the total. Oh, and I think that's kicking on all three of them at the same time. So we should be pumping out quite a lot of power when that happens. Okay, well, we're at negative 14, so that's good. And that's probably also why they're not running for as long and why it's heating up so quickly, because I had all three running, which makes perfect sense. Okay, so after we see these things turn on and maybe cycle through a complete temperature shift, whatever thing, we can end the video. There was a comment saying that I could regulate basically the exhaust gas input, so that way the heating caused by the Stirling engines stays below, the cooling of the room or something like that. I would need an equation for that, right? And currently I don't have an equation. Because, I mean, that whole... There we go. That's all three of them kicking on. And then it's going to heat up fairly quickly. But we should be putting out, like, a lot of power. Yeah, this is set to 15 kilowatts. So that's a lot. That is a lot. And then, what is the efficiency on this thing during the daytime? 23%? Okay. So sun directly overhead, meaning that it's the hottest part of the day out there, and we're at 23%. And then when we get into the night, where it's colder, so you can see that as the sun is setting, the efficiency is going up. When it gets colder, then our efficiency is, I think, maxed out at about 29. So we're kind of bouncing in between there, but our pressure efficiency and operation temperature efficiency are both maxed, which means that this thing is working not as efficiently as I would like, but it's pretty close. So this should hopefully, and then of course, the power that we're generating just from these Stirling engines is probably more than enough to cover the cost to cool this using the air conditioning units. So I'm wondering if I should take out this thing and just put in another air conditioning unit. Because then I don't have to deal with any of this crap, and I don't know. Because, I mean, like, this is probably useful for some circumstances, but there's not enough cooling here. And there's no display to tell me, like, how efficiently I'm doing anything or like that, right? And even if I were to go to, this display here, I mean, what is this telling me here? Like, the ratio is 0.001. What does that mean? So, what? You know what I mean? And I still don't even know if this thing is hooked up properly. I mean, I think it is, but no idea. So I think these things are not quite done yet. I don't know, man. Okay, so these have actually run for quite a while. So the cooling that we've got in this room is substantial, I would say. And then you can gauge the efficiency of the heat exchanger by comparing the exhaust gases here with the temperature of the radiators. And if they are similar, then that means, and then we just shut off. Excellent. And now we're cooling back down fairly quickly, I might add. Okay, so that seems to be working so far, so that's good. And then we'll just do a quick check down below to see, you know, ratio between the radiators and the exhaust pipe, or the whatever, the heat exchange gas pipe thing. And if they're comparable, then that means that those heat exchangers are actually doing fairly well. If our heat exchange gas is extremely high versus what's in the radiators, then we need another heat exchanger. Because then, you know, your ratio is just not really all that great. So if we check this, which is our heat exchange gas, so we're at 69.1, that's 61.4. Okay. So maybe that's a little... So maybe I need another heat exchanger. Basically, this thing is just taking all the heat from in here and transferring it into here, right? So if this isn't doing that as well as I would like it to do, then I need it to fix itself, right? Okay, so I could hook this up into here and then just disconnect this one completely, or put in another heat exchanger over here. But then again, I mean, well, actually, hold on. What is this compared to? Okay, so this is 62.4 versus 61. So you see how this one's closer? That means that this one heat exchanger here is sufficient for cooling this. But because the temperature here versus here is so different, like 8 degrees different, that means that we need another heat exchanger for that. So, but that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you will, I don't know, tune in for the next one. But yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one.